It's two dudes with attitudes, a wrestling podcast with your boy Ryan enjoys wrestling and MWO, and it is prediction time, baby. Where we are predicting the NXT Great American Bash. I thought this was a WCW event, but now we're bringing it to NXT. Ryan, we missed last week again. We were doing stuff. Are you ready to do a whole bunch of prediction shows for our fans?
Yes, I am. It's going to be a crazy week in wrestling. 4 shows in one weekend. It's chaotic, but wouldn't have it any other way. People are complaining about this for some reason, and I don't understand why. It is a lot of wrestling, but this is the best time to be a wrestling fan. So I don't understand why everyone's all pissed off about it.
I agree. So let's hit that music. Let's go.
Two dudes with attitudes. Let's go. It's the two dudes and the attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking. So let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E. The two dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'.
Yeah, man, that's been my most confusing thing going into this week. Is all the complaining bit. I'm an attitude era boy. I couldn't watch both. There was no record. I couldn't hit my VHS and record it. I had to literally watch one, go back and forth. We have luxury. All WWE's on Peacock. You don't gotta watch any of them live. What do you mean we're battling? Which one are you gonna watch? And that's all these creators, and that's coming from me because I'm officially an influencer now.
That's right. Now you're
8,500 followers, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you to everybody. But are you ready? Are you ready? We don't complain. We're excited. You're gonna try to predict the order again because I don't think everyone knows that you predicted the order perfectly for at Night of Champions. You got.
I was spot on. Yeah,
it was, and even when you did Cody first or whatever, I was like laughing at you secretly in my head, and then it was the.
Yeah, I was like they always do the King of the Ring first, or last, but I think I'm gonna try to get the order, and I think I'm gonna get it right again.
All right, let's do it. The pay-per-view that I didn't know was happening.
Yeah, but the build to Evolution is bad. The build to Saturday Night's Main Event is bad, but. I completely forgot Great American Bash was even a thing. And if you watch NXT this week, it looks like they forgot Great American Bash was even a
thing. They only had the Oba one. Everything else was kind of like, All right, let's get into it. Ricky Starks, who was on a podcast with Cody Rhodes, and he was letting it fly, dude. I don't know if you've heard of it, but
I haven't heard it yet. Yeah,
you should give
I'm
it
sure they talked about. Did they talk about AEW? I'm sure they
talked
did.
About the WrestleMania when he went, and Tony Khan telling me he refused he can go, and that's why he got not. It's a good listen. But Tony Khan's such a good guy. Ricky Starks versus Ethan Page for the NXT North American Men's title. Ethan Page has a crew now. Who do you got?
I'm going Ethan Page. I think he just won the belt off of Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints, he's had some great matches. He's had some good moments, but I still think this is Ethan Page's belt to hold for a long time. So I'm going to go Ethan Page retains, and I think Ricky Saints will win it eventually, but just not right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you, Ethan Page. Like I said, he has a crew now of a whole bunch of randoms. I forgot what their names are, but they have belts and stuff. But Ricky Saints, I think if he does lose, maybe it's time for him to go after Oba Femi. Unless somebody else is doing that, but it might be him. Maybe they have bigger and better things for Ricky Saints.
There's also rumors that Ricky Saints might be the fourth guy in Seth Rollins' faction, and he turns heel and he goes to the main roster. And if that's the case, then he will lose because he can't take the North American Championship with him, and he goes and joins Seth's crew.
Bro, is he gonna roll up and help him beat LA Knight? That would be pretty wild.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Why are we always saying there's a new guy? Like do people say this? Is this Dave Meltzer, Sean Ross Stupid? Like who's saying all the time that
it's the dirt sheets. They're running with speculation, but they're also now teasing dissension in that group already, and they're started the long haul of the breakup. So
oh my gosh,
because Braun Breaker snatched the microphone. Yeah, so
We'll get into that later too, but yeah. All right, so we're good on Ethan Page. What's next?
Yeah.
Oh, the match we're all waiting for. We got one Fallon Henley and Jacy Jayne, the NXT Women's Champion, versus Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe. They are glamoring it up. Who do you got?
I'm actually going to go Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace. I think they're going to get the win here, and it's going to lead to another prediction that I have for Evolution. But Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe are going to get the victory.
I was going with Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe losing, and then I was like, there's no way they're going to have Blake Monroe lose her first ever match in WWE. It's just not going to – I don't care if she gets pinned or not. She's not going to turn heel in this match, in her first match. That doesn't make sense. So I'm going to go. I got Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace winning for sure. And I got Jordynne Grace pinning Jacy Jayne. I'm going to go there.
Yeah, I think so too.
To lead to Evolution,
Yeah, because she's wrestling Jacy Jayne at Evolution. And I think Jordynne Grace needs a win. She's lost a lot of like the major title matches, championship matches that she's had. I think this would give her a good, solid victory over the NXT Women's Champion.
I agree. All right, let's see for predictions of matches. Ooh, here we go. We got Jasper Troy, Mr. LFG himself. I've yet to watch one episode versus the newest superstar. He was going to be a world champion, Javon Evans. They fought all throughout NXT this week. Who do you got?
This one's hard, but I'm going to go Jasper Troy. I think they're trying to make him a thing. He looked credible against Oba Femi not too long ago. I think they want him to be a major player. They want LFG to be taken seriously, so why not have him make a significant impact by beating Javon Evans? He got a world title shot against Oba Femi not too long ago, so I think they're going to try to make him a star in NXT, and this is the time to do it. And I think Jasper Troy gets the win. I think this match is going to be hard hitting. It's going to be a banger, but Jasper Troy will come out with the victory.
I agree, and it's tough too to pick Jasper Troy because Javon's supposed to be the future, bro, wasn't he? He fought for the title not too long ago, and now
he was on SmackDown too.
Yeah, he was wrestling Randy Orton. Now he's just kind of like there. So seeing him lose, but you got to go with momentum, right? And I think that's Jasper Troy. So I got that going.
For sure.
All right, let's talk about the contract signing, ladies and gentlemen, for the TNA title. I've been missing TNA lately because I've been busy and I could barely even get an AEW and WWE. Has he been on TNA? Trick?
He has been.
I know he wrestled at a pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, and this contract signing's for a match at Slammiversary. He's been on a couple of episodes. I think he's been mainly in backstage vignettes. I don't think he's been on screen.
He's a champ. He should be there. So
but,
so those are
that's also I think that's also his character though. Like I don't have to be there. I'm the champ. I'm the and that's why like TNA is trying to rescue the championship back from TNA or back for TNA from Trick Williams. So maybe I think he's been on there a couple of times.
In my opinion, it's super weird, by the way, that he is in a triple threat. So it's Santana, Hendry, and Trick Williams. And because that makes me think that Trick is going to retain. I know we're not talking about we don't do TNA on here. So, but this contract signing is going to happen. What do you think is going to happen? I think Trick's going to, because I think if Joe's going to win it, it has to be one-on-one, right? Why would you win it in a triple threat? It just doesn't sound like he's losing this belt anytime soon. And I like Trick TNA title. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think? Contract signing, how do you think it's going to go? And are they going to team up on him? Or are they going to frenzy up? Because don't they hate each other in TNA?
Yeah, they're not.
They're enemies, right?
They've been enemies, but I think the enemy of my enemy is my friend type thing. So I think they're going to team up against Trick Williams, and then I think AJ Francis and his group's going to come out because that's who Trick's been aligning with recently, and they're going to kind of even the odds. And I think it's just going to end in an all-out brawl. Yeah,
for sure. I agree. But Trick's going through a table. All right.
Oh
yeah. Woo. My future girlfriend, Sol Ruca, versus defending her title against one Izzi Dame for the North American Women's Championship. Who do you got and why is it Sol Ruca?
It's Sol Ruca all day, every day, mainly because I didn't realize that this match was even happening. I don't understand why this match is happening at Great American Bash when you have a women's only pay-per-view the very next night. So I feel like they're not really gonna. They're saving all the big moments for that show. So there's not going to be a title change, at least in this match, between Izzy Dame and Sol Ruca. So I think Sol Ruca is going to retain.
Sol Ruca for sure is retaining. But can we talk about her reign? She became the North American champion, women's. Finally got a solo run. And what does she do? She's been paired up with Zarya the entire. If you guys are going to turn on them, make them turn already. I mean, maybe it's going to happen at Evolution, but geez, man, like, what's the point of? She's the champion. Why is she not defending it all the time and being a champ? She's better than the champ. She's better than Jordynne, Jacy Jayne. Like, she needs to be
and give
headlining and getting publicity and matches, and it's crazy.
Give her promo. She needs to be on the microphone. She needs to be, because we got to hear her talk. We got to have a story with her. Like, it feels like she's just randomly thrown in these matches. That the matches are great and her finisher's awesome, but I think she needs a story in a big way.
For sure. Oh, she's got the best finisher in all of wrestling in the end.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. And we got the World NXT Championship between Oba Femi and Yoshiki Inamura. Who do you got, and why is it not the guy we know?
It's Oba Femi. Like, again, I don't understand this match. I mean, they've done a good job building up to it, but I don't really... it feels like Oba Femi is just going after randos week in and week out on NXT. It started with the guy who's no longer there, who got fired not too long ago, and then he wrestled the guy from No Quarter Catch Crew, and now he wrestled Jasper Troy not too long ago, and now he's wrestling this guy. It's a great way to showcase the young up and coming talent in NXT. So I like what they're doing, but yeah, Oba Femi's not losing this belt anytime soon.
And Yoshiki Inamura definitely isn't young and up and coming.
No.
He looks like he's 68 years old.
Yeah.
I'm going with Oba too. And the thing that was heard about this match too is that on NXT, I mean, Yoshiki, it's not his native tongue, right? English, and he tried, but then just Josh Briggs got Oba Femi, and it looked like they were going to, I was like, what is happening? You guys already fought. Why are we? Because he fought Josh Briggs. I'm like, are we leading to them? Why are they not wrestling? I'm just very confused on this as the main event of an actual PLE. But it is what it is.
I'm probably wrong. This probably isn't the main event, but we'll see. I don't know what else would be. Unless the contract
Page
signing.
And Ricky are like, no, I don't know. Ethan Page and Ricky Starks Saints has gotten some. They got more push on this than anything else. They didn't even talk about Sol Ruca and Izzy Dame, did they? I don't remember.
No, I don't. I think if they did, it was a brief mention.
Yeah, and Blank Monroe and Jordynne Grace were just glamoring it up. So it is what it is. It's NXT. NXT's been kind of weak as of late. No one's talking about it because everyone's on the Triple H sucks train. But come on, Shawn Michaels. You're my GOAT, buddy. Bring it on. Bring it up. Come on. We need it. We need it. Stop with all this LFG shit. Let's get back to the NXT, building the brand. Get Blake Monroe out there and put a title on her, and let's get this show cooking.
And I will say this does feel. I don't want to get into the whole counter programming argument about going up against All In, but this shows at 3:00 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, July 12th. The All In is on 3:00 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, July 12th, so they are going head to head. And this show just feels hastily put together. And it feels like if you're going to actually counter program and put up a show against AEW's flagship show, I don't know. I feel like NXT could have done a better job. This show just feels half-assed in a really big way. Like, the build was terrible, and the card doesn't look all that strong either.
Wait a minute. AEW All In is at what time?
3:00
Eastern. It's at 12 o'clock my time.
Yes, just like this show is.
I thought Saturday Night's main event was countering.
No, originally AEW was going to be at 8:00, and then they moved it to 3:00 because of Saturday Night's main event. And then then NXT came in and was like, okay, well, we'll put our pay-per-view on at the same time as as your show. So yeah, AEW All In is on Saturday at 3:00.
Their WrestleMania is on at 12 o'clock at noon. I'll be eating lunch, barely waking up on Saturday, turning on All In. It'll be over before. AEW events are long. They're not going 5 hours, homie. There's no chance.
Yeah. I think the reason why, I don't know why they moved it early, but they say it wasn't because of WWE. I think it was, I don't know. I don't know why they did. I'm sure it was something with WWE.
Bizarre.
But
Yeah, well,
very,
I'm
very
losing
strange.
track on our predictions. Yeah. Well, there you go. That's our NXT Great American Bash prediction show. I'll tell you this much. I usually say you can take it to the bank. You cannot today, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how accurate I'll be on this card, but I'm assuming Sol Ruca, you can bet your money on that. But other than that, I don't know. It's Oba Femi. Those two are guaranteed. But as always, man, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the love. And you can always catch us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. And if you just want to check me out and finally help me get to 20K, let's get it, brother. Go hit me up on TikTok. My_wrestling_opinion. If you like hearing awesome theories about John Cena that do 500,000 views, check it out. 30,000 likes, brother. And with me, as always, is the man
who doesn't post anymore on TikTok because I'm around greatness and I'm not worthy. But but I will get back to posting regularly here. I'm now more motivated than ever to do so. But Ryan enjoys wrestling. Go follow me on all the social media platforms. Like he said, go follow us on YouTube and TikTok at Two Dudes with Attitudes. Go subscribe to our Instagram channel. And if you're listening to us on Apple and Spotify, we appreciate all the love and support. Go drop us a 5-star rating and review and tell everybody about your favorite Two Dudes on the internet.
Two Dudes, we out.
Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all Lee. The two dudes with the attitudes to bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on time to